Hi, it's Rod Miller from Pacific Residential Mortgage with my three-pointer of the week, another installment of my weekly video series where I talk about 3 points related to the real estate and mortgage industries to help keep you informed and equip you to serve your clients at the highest level. Topic 1, the Federal Reserve. At this point, it's kind of assumed they're going to be cutting short-term rates by 0.25% when they conclude their next meeting on July 31st. Having said that, don't expect mortgage rates to immediately drop on that news. In my 20 plus years of doing this, experience has shown that the immediate reaction is not necessarily a mortgage rate cut. Actually, it's just the opposite. You see rates trend higher in the short term after a Fed rate cut. Reason being is when the Federal Reserve cuts rates, it results in lower borrowing costs for businesses, and that causes investors to start putting more money into the stock market, chasing higher returns, and those funds typically come out of the bond market, which results in higher mortgage rates. So over time, you might see rates start to settle down, and once the market kind of acclimates to the new environment. But the immediate result of a Fed rate cut typically is not a reduction in mortgage rates. So I just want to pass that news on to you to share with your clients. Item number 2, I just wonder how many of your clients, or maybe even just people that you have in your database, how many of them have owned their homes for 15 years or longer? And I mentioned 15 years because over that time frame, we've seen a lot of home price appreciation. Certainly, we saw prices go back down after the recession, but they've certainly rebounded. And we've seen a lot of appreciation, which could result in capital gain exposures to some of our clients. As a refresher, if you are a single filer for taxes, you have the ability to exclude up to $250,000 of home price gain without capital gains taking a chunk of that. And if you are married and filing a joint return, that limits $500,000. We certainly have seen homes that were purchased for example, $250,000 or less, and those are now selling for over $500,000. There's a $250,000 gain that if you are a single homeowner, you're now going to be subject to capital gain tax. So it might be a great time as you're making your calls to your past clients in your database, just check in with them and ask, by the way, how much did you pay for your house? And did you realize that it's now worth X? Meaning if you have this much gain, and that's potentially going to be a taxable event for you. So it might be a good idea then to get some people thinking about selling their home before they're going to exceed those capital gain thresholds. And then finally, I wanted to mention a book review and recommendation. It's called The Alter Ego Effect by TODD HERMAN. TODD is a performance coach. Most of his clients are athletes, entertainers, CEOs, entrepreneurs. And what TODD has done is taking a lot of his experience working with these folks and shared with us in book form a lot of the tools that he uses to help these people really achieve at the highest level. And for those of us that have ambitious goals, we're certainly going to find roadblocks. We're going to find things that are difficult to do. And his book gives us the tools to help overcome some of those things through tips. For example, I'm using this basketball, and without that, it would not put me in the right state of mind to give me the confidence to stand in front of this camera and record these videos every week as I do. So this is a prop that is used to kind of help me adopt a different persona so that I can stand here and record these. And he's got all kinds of different ideas in this book to help you bring out the inner you with creativity and imagination that will help you solve problems and achieve at the highest level. So recommend the book, The Alter Ego Effect by TODD HERMAN. That's all for this week. Hope you enjoyed the message, and we'll do it again next week. Bye-bye.